Everyday life shit, we go through it too. Gotta have them new J shit, we blow money too. Who you vote for? Who your favorite sports team? Who you signing to? What's your deepest sports dream? AC the barber, he the man with the plan. Best cuts in the city, he the man, understand? AC the barber, he the man with the plan. Best cuts in the city, he the man, understand? And we be chopping it up. Word around town, we be chopping it up. AC the barber, he be chopping it up. Chopping it up.
What's up, everybody?
Chopping it up.
You tuned in to the Chopping It Up podcast. I'm with my good friend here, man, the cornhole connoisseur, Mr. AJ Sims, all the way out of Caldwell, Texas. If you don't know where that's at, look it up on the map. You know what I'm saying? Just to reiterate, AJ, man, again, man, I'm glad you came. Glad we were able to run it back, man, and able to show people that, you know, there are people out there that's successful in doing what they do and also holding a job, being a husband, having kids, being able to balance everything out, you know, for your family, and also being able to have time for yourself and do you. We're going to turn aside, man, and see, you know, with the cornhole, man, we have some representations here, man. Can you explain what we have here on the wall?
All right, so I'm going to start with the, right here is me. You know, I got All the Hype, which is one of my sponsors, man.
Man, what you thinking about right there?
So just focusing on my next journey, man. You know, the next journey, next goal, man. I always look ahead, man. I believe in looking ahead. And I believe in sitting down. See, I do that from time to time. Yeah. Or just sit there and think. And the plan is some people do it to meditate, but I like to just sit and think. Yeah. I like to sit and think and clear my mind, and if I ain't got nothing come to me, I get up. But then it's a lot of times where I sit and think, and I do that a lot in the car. I ride in the car. I ride a 2-hour trip with no music on, just thinking to myself of, you know, without cutting the music on. Before you know it, I done made it to the destination. Wow. You know, so like, man, I believe in thinking, and I believe in, you know, self-meditating and talking to yourself to be able to be prepared for the next, you know, whatever's next. And then up here we got, you know what I'm saying, I got one of my bags from my sponsor, my BG Cornhole sponsor, you know, the Reaper bag. Basically me doing a little promotion for me to, you know, go out with my company to be able to show them, hey, man, I'm valuable. I can get some bag sales. I did a bag giveaway also, too, that if you go to my page on Facebook where you can see that flyer, click the link, you buy one of them bags, you get an opportunity for a free bag, and you get an opportunity for a free cornhole lesson, which comes down to this thing. I started a company that cornhole lessons, and this was just the idea, right? Yeah. I had people reaching out to me, what do you do? How do you do this? How do you play? What do you do? And I say, man, do you get lessons? I say, well, you know, I'll give it to you for free. And they're like, nah, man, I can't. I'm going to pay you because this is valuable information. Yeah. Because I always want to be humble trying to give back, but also there's a business aspect to it, where people want what I'm able to give and they're willing to pay for it. So I put it out there, put the flyer out there just as a filler. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have a company, so I believe I stepped out on faith. Yeah. I was doing a couple people that I was training, man, and I stepped out on faith and said, you know what, I'm going to put this flyer out here. You know, like I said, I generated the flyer myself, put it out there just as a feeler. If I got 2 likes and 2 comments, cool. And I was all right with that. Yeah. It ain't a shot at my ego. It's just a filler out there. Well, man, thing went semi-viral. Before you know it, I had 50 people in my DMs. Wow. You know, now I have a client base. You know what I'm saying? I got an announcement that I'm going to make that I can't make just yet. But I got an announcement based off this training that is about to blow people out the water, you know, with an offer that I was received just by a chance. For me, it's a chance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now I know it's the Lord, you know what I'm saying, working through me to be able to, you know, for me to be able to contact and others and, you know, but I just put a filler out there before you know it. It took crazy. And now I got a 3rd job. So now I'm actually doing cornhole lessons and training based off of one filler message. I got, you know, and it's very profitable. Yeah, you know? Yeah. People need a life coach. You know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised how many people need a cornhole coach. Yeah. You know, people are, man, they're in tune with getting better at what they do or investing, as so to speak, in you know, something that they like to do. Yeah. You know, it's no different from playing, you know, going to a baseball camp or a football camp. Mm-hmm. You're going with the intentions to get better, to learn certain nuggets and you know, try to see what can I obtain from this camp. Yeah. But what you're bringing to the table, man, is something that a lot of people aren't used to because
I don't know nobody doing this here that's our color. No, and I know there's people out there that do it that's our color. But I ain't met nobody in Bryan that throw no bean bag.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
It might be one or two, but there's nobody really doing it on the level that I do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, sometimes we are creatures of comfortability and habits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if we do what people think we should do. And so sometimes when you step outside the box, you believe it or not, if I would have told myself 10 years ago, you're going to be a cornhole professional tossing a hacky sack in a hole, traveling the country to do that. Man, people gonna laugh. Man, nobody do that, man. Nobody do that. You know how many people, like before I started, man, I can't believe you doing that. You know, and they did label it as you playing that white people game. And now I got the same ones. Hey, man, how I get in that, man?
Yeah.
How can I do that?
Yeah.
Man, you got no real money out there? You see what I'm saying? Like, now how to do that? I mean, it's money, man.
I know I had that question. I said, AJ, man, you making any money out there? He said, man, you wouldn't believe it. I said, man, that don't look. But again, I didn't know. But then when you start explaining, you're like, yeah, bro, I'm. But see, a lot of people I seen on there, man, they ain't got that Bush Bean thing on their jersey. They just got a regular shirt on, talking about they're a professional. Now, if you ain't got that Bush Bean on your jersey, man, and look here, you ain't worth nothing. And I said it, nothing. You just practicing. So stop acting like you know what you're doing out there.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this: you can be something though.
You can.
Come over to the agency. Come over to the cornhole agency, and we're gonna help you get this Bush Beans on your jersey.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Come over to the
Ain't nothing to it but to do.
AC say you ain't nothing, but you know what? Let's prove him wrong, and let's
Yeah.
bring you over into the agency,
Yeah.
and we're gonna get you right. We're gonna get these beans on your jersey.
Yeah, it's all about allowing the cornhole connoisseur to teach you. Now, if you want to be taught, all you got to do is sign up. It ain't hard. All you got to do is give the man a call, get online, register. See, you got it, but you got to be able to read the register. Don't go on there trying to act like you blind and got the marks on there. It ain't gonna work. You know, you can't ask AI either. You got to get on. You got to be able to read. You know, no pun intended. I'm just telling you. You know that's gonna be important. It's important that you do that. But at the end of the day, AJ, man, what you got going on, man, is a blessing. It's elevating, man. It's uplifting. We're just in a sport, man, that nobody really took upon to even learn. You know, and just for you to take that initiative and to say, hey, man, I'm going to try this out. No matter whether it was just for relief or just for family fun or just for yourself, just to catch on. But look what you've turned it into, man. And look what you've become. And I can't even imagine how many kids probably look up to you, Doc, you know, and especially black kids. Let's just call it what it is, black kids, you know, because we don't see or have our hands tangible to people that have done great things and that we can put our hands on. You know what I'm saying? So what you're doing, man, is beneficial and it's not artificial, it's real. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no AI in this him. That's really him out there. Now he cut the dreads off, but it's him out there throwing the ball, the bang bang.
Yeah.
So you got to realize that.
Most definitely.
With all the brands and all the things that you've accomplished, man, what is your most memorable one being out there? You know, and what competition is your most memorable one that you can remember that you'll never forget in your life that you competed in?
So I will say, 2019, right before COVID, the World Championships. This is my first time ever playing on TV.
Yeah.
You know, I'd only been playing pro for 6 months.
Did it kind of stage fright
Man,
you?
stage fright.
Did it mess with your game?
Man, I was so nervous, man, heart pounding.
What was nervous about it though? Like
just because at the end of the day, you know, you got to realize I've only been playing professionally at that point for 6 months.
Oh,
I never
okay.
foreseen myself being able to be on ESPN. I saw the top people go on ESPN.
Yeah.
And so, man, I'm on ESPN for the first time ever.
Yeah.
This is the first time. Now I've been on the 23, 24 times since then.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But this
Yeah.
was the first time. And now my family get to see me on ESPN. You see what I'm saying? A young man out of Caldwell, Texas, that some people say would never amount to anything, and that now you see me on TV playing on ESPN, my favorite channel, a channel that I've watched millions of times before that.
Me too.
Do you see what I'm saying? I watched ESPN. I always told myself if I was ever going to be on TV, it was going to be on Cops or something like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something negative. But then I had the opportunity to play for a championship in 6 months.
Wow.
People that have been playing 10 years still haven't had an opportunity to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And so whenever that was just the most memorable, you know what I'm saying? I ended up playing against a guy named, Rocky and James. James is retired, but Rocky passed away. Wow. And so now my first championship against him, so if I go back and watch it, I see him, man. You don't realize, you never know when the last time when you're going to play somebody, when you're going to see somebody, man. So it's a biggest blessing, man. Just so humble. It's still humble in the moment. With you asking me these questions, like I get autographs and pictures. Every time I go to an event, AJ, can I get an autograph? Can I get a picture? Man, I had a dad reach out to me the other day, his son's birthday. And he said, man, for his birthday, man, my son want to be like you, another little young black man. His black father reached out to me. And he just like, man, thank you for everything you're doing. Can you please send me a hat, or something for my son for his birthday? That's his gift. That's what he want. Yeah. And so it was a surprise. And I said, man, you know what? I'm going to give you the hat. He said, man, no, I can't take it. He said, man, I got to pour into you. I have to. I have to pay you for that. I say, nah, man, I gotta represent for your son, you know what I'm saying? Because I want him to be able to have this. I want to give it to him just as much as he want to have it. Yeah, yeah. And so the man got so excited. He said, man, I messed up, man. I ain't going to lie. I got so excited because you reached out to me and you talked to me and you said you would give it to my son that I told him it was coming. I just couldn't hold it. Yeah. And just to realize the excitement to hear this man and just meeting and talking to me. See, I forget about all this cornhole stardom and the superstardom because I'm just me when I wake up in the morning. I ain't got no security. I ain't walking around through, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a regular person out of Caldwell, Texas. And until I go to an event, man, I'm just me. And then when people want to take pictures and stuff, man, it's humbling. So, to kind of go on to that, man, it just, every day I wake up, man, I still feel like this is a dream. I get paid to toss a beanbag in a hole. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm financially comfortable because of what I do with my job, but then also what I do with my side job, throwing a beanbag in a hole, man. Before I started doing this, man, I got up at 4 a.m. and worked so I'm a supervisor or a unit director over at Texas A&M in custodial. But what people didn't know is that in order to make ends meet, I was getting up at 3 or 4 in the morning. I was going to work as a custodian, making $9 an hour going to TrueFit, cleaning, or going $9 an hour going to different banks and cleaning. Mm-hmm. So I was cleaning outside. I would go at 4 o'clock in the morning, clean till about 7 or 8, go to A&M, work till about 4 o'clock, get off of there, go back to TrueFit, to the banks and clean again. Mm-hmm. And I did that just to be able to help take care of my family. And I always did that up until I found cornhole. Cornhole replaced it and gave me financial security to where now I'm able to have fun. I'm not stressed. I was working 16 hours a day to try to make ends meet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I always sit here and I just say, wow, man, when I go out there, I'm getting paid to throw a bag. And this is a game you go to the fair and the carnival and do just for fun. Yeah. And here I am getting paid, sponsored. These shorts right here, BG Cornhole, that's my sponsor. You know what I'm saying? Bush Beans, they're a sponsor. Chicago Land Spinners is the team that I was drafted to. Mm-hmm. This is a professional cornhole team that I'm representing. Just to think about all of that, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I didn't even mention, I'm actually the president of the pro committee. So I don't even talk about that part anymore. I'm the president. They elected me president of all the pros. Wow. And so I work with the company, the cornhole organization to make it better for each group. Yeah. And so man, it's a humbling experience that every single day I wake up, I forget I'm doing it, and then I start doing it, and I just enjoy it. I enjoy it just as much as I did when I started. Yeah, yeah. Man, that's good stuff, man, because, it seems like you never lost who you were when you first started. That's what I hear when you begin to talk and talk about your experience and your most memorable experience. Because a lot of people can get, once you get drafted and get up there and you're making the money, some people lose that. They lose that vital touch of who they were before they became that.
You know what I mean? So, and it's just like what you moving up on your job. Some people lose who they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they lose the rationalism, the sympathy, the empathy to being an employee, or from, you know, and understanding that people have real life problems out here. Look at our economy. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely humbling, man, to know that you haven't forgotten that. No matter how much God has blessed you, He's blessed you to do a lot of great things, man, and to pass that on, and man, to just know you. And to know who you are and what you stand for, man, is humbling, man, because I don't know if I would have been able to handle it like you handled it. You know what I'm saying? I can say that, but I don't know. You know, I have an idea of saying, yeah, I can do it. But, man, look here. I might not be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because depending on how things roll, you know, we're people that we adapt to the things we go through.
Yeah.
You know, and whatever, I say whatever shoe is on the foot, we wear that.
Yeah, we wearing it.
You know what I'm saying? So, not to say that that's right or wrong, but we know in that instant and in that moment whether we right or wrong.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's big ups to you, man. I know you got a lot more things that you got brewing, man. Just to top it off, man, what are your goals going out of 2026, man? What are you planning on doing to finish out the year from here on out?
Man, so I'm gonna start with this, man. My health is very important to me. As I continue to get in my latter years, like you say, I'm 40 years old. You know, it's very important. I just wish this was something that I really paid more attention to when I was younger. Mm-hmm. You know, I like to eat. I'm a soul food, like you say, I'm a cornhole connoisseur, but I'm a soul food connoisseur.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You cook?
Nah, I don't cook. I like to eat it.
Oh, well, you just
I
like
don't
me.
cook. Yeah, you
no
know
wonder
what I'm
we
saying?
click.
Yeah, no. I like to eat it.
Yeah,
you know, I like to go to
me
my grandma and my mama and my wife.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
they
yeah.
all cook.
Yeah.
And then
Mine too.
And then the restaurants around here, you know what I'm saying? I go to a few soul food restaurants, depending on what they got.
Yeah, but do yours cook in the summertime like now? Cause mine seem like you taking a break sometime in summertime.
Man, that's cold. Yes, you know. So my wife worked real hard.
Yeah.
And I gotta give her credit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Worked real hard. And in the beginning of the marriage, you know what I'm saying, I was the roles in a relationship type person, right?
Uh-huh.
And like this is what I learned in relationship was that her role was to cook, my role was to provide, and that's how we did it. And then I started realizing as that grow, I can't have just one easy button that fix all the relationship. Everything in my marriage and my relationship was active. Yeah. And so what I determined is I needed to cook. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On the days that she was overwhelmed and she sent me, hey, man, baby, this is a rough day. Now I got the food today. Yeah. I already knew we were going to step in. I automatically took the roles away. You needed help cooking and cleaning. I was going to be able to do that. Like I said, that's why I said when I started this interview that I give 100%. Yeah. That I'm going to give 100% of my wife because I know the times that I'm away, she got to do 100% for her and all the kids. Wow. And so when I'm at the house, Yeah. Whatever she need me to do, whether it's cook, clean, and I'm not above that. Yeah. Hey, you know, baby, don't worry about dinner. Like I told last week, baby, don't worry about dinner today. I got you. You know what? Don't worry about dinner tomorrow. I got you. Yeah. You know, because I have the ability. That's the thing. I have the ability to exalt myself at work 100%. Exalt myself at cornhole 100%. In my marriage, if she needs me to help with the kids, and you know, and I'm not helping with the kids, these are our kids. We are partnering in this to cook. Yeah. I'm gonna give her 100%. Yeah. And that's what it's about. Like, and that's how you keep a healthy marriage. That's how the marriage stay healthy. That's how the relationship stay healthy, is to be able to evolve in that relationship. They no easy button. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. It ain't no easy button, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm gonna be honest to the point that you said earlier, that some of the stuff you don't think you would have been able to do. I want to be honest to the people, you know, because I got a responsibility to the viewers that's watching. I ain't always got it right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm be honest. I just slipped up a whole bunch of times. Yeah. But at the end of the time, I've always allowed accountability and straightening for myself. And that's the most important part. You know what? I messed up. I'm sorry. I'm going to say I'm sorry fast. Yeah. And I'm going to say that. But if we can go hard for them people, like you talk about, we can go hard for them people, I'm going to go hard for my family. I'm going to go hard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You helped me with that one, man. I can be honest enough to say that you definitely helped me, because sometimes, you know, the Bible says you can't get weary in well doing. Yeah. And sometimes, even though I be tired, I don't want to play like I'm tired. Yeah.
And so when you don't play, when you don't express how you feel, then guess what? People think you all right. Hey, I need you to do this, man. Look at him, man.
Yeah.
Man, you got a dog now. But what's wrong with you just expressing how you feel?
And that's the value. See, that's the value. Communication is the most important thing in the world.
Yes, sir.
Communication and understanding is the most important
Yes,
thing.
sir.
And that's the thing. When I get home, like when I have a healthy relationship with my wife, and I know just through the text message and conversation, I know how to deliver when I come home.
Yeah.
I know the same thing. And if we are trying to see, that's the thing. I don't want to prove that I'm tighter than you or you tighter than me. Oh, no, you got it this time. I got it this time, or it's my turn. No. I want to outdo you the other way.
Yeah.
I want to take this little energy. I'm knowing that my wife is tired. So even if I'm tired, I got to find a way today. I can't be tired today.
Yeah.
Today is the day I'm not going to be tired.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because she tired.
Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
job as the leader is to go in there and lead. And if it's going to be both of us being tired, I need her to rest and be okay.
Yeah.
My job is to fight through that.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be days where she by herself doing it, and she gonna be tired.
Yeah.
And I'm out of town, and I can't help.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I try to make sure I do while I'm here.
Yeah. Now, ladies, now he's off the market now. The man's off the market. I know you. I know what y'all thinking. I already know what you're thinking.
Happily
'Cause
married.
that man is talking his talk and he's walking his walk. You say, man, that's a man I need. No. He take it.
Taken.
He taking. So hey, but what you saying? AJ has a lot of substance, man. A lot of truth. A lot of honesty. We as men, man, we have to take accountability to what our obligation is in our homes and to our spouses, to our children, because like you said, we go so hard on our jobs and for the things that we love. Just the other day, I remember my wife. She was telling me, "Well, baby, you do this and do that." No, but you go hard for that podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I say, whoa. No, but even though I didn't like it, she wasn't lying. No, I ain't like it, but she wasn't lying.
Sometimes the truth sting.
Yeah. The truth, man. I just want to fall on the floor and wallow and say, "Oh Lord, Jesus!" But at the end of the day, I couldn't do that. But I had to take it on the chin.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't lying, and she was talking about a date night and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, you go hard for this and this and this, and this, you ain't.
And that's valuable communication because
Yeah.
guess what? We got to listen. Sometimes the most important part of a conversation is not us speaking. Sometimes it's us listening.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's us actively listening. And you got to realize that just because that's what you want it to be, you got to realize it's two individual people. No matter if y'all together, it's two individual people coming together in happiness. And what you need might not be what she needs.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But your job is to make sure you take care of what she needs.
Yeah, hey man, we're gonna stop talking about that, man, because you're gonna have to write a book pretty soon, because this stuff going too far, y'all. This man has been through some things, man, and he in my mailbox, so I got to quit. You understand me? I got to quit. I got to quit my mess. But what you saying, AJ, and all truth aside, man, I can tell that you put a lot of time in with your wife and your kids, and not only that, but examining where you're needed in your household, and not only that, but in your wife's life, and in your children's life, and the sacrifices there. And you can I realize I have to be able to listen and learn, and not only that, because I be wanting to talk.
Hey, me too. That's how I started.
Yeah.
That's what I learned.
I be going in, doc.
Man, hey, you know what they say? If you bump your head a few times, you'll learn how to do it.
Yeah.
And so what I realized that if I was talking and my wife was talking, we wasn't getting nowhere.
So
So somebody got to listen.
Yeah.
And when I started listening to her, she started listening to me.
Yeah.
But while we both was talking, ain't nobody listening to nobody.
Yeah.
And that was the most valuable lesson I ever learned.
Yeah. Well, that's a lesson that we all have to go through, man. If you want a great relationship, you have to work at it. Nothing comes easy, but at the same time, if you want it bad enough, you're gonna work at it.
Most definitely.
Well, y'all, AJ, we've come down to the end of this thing, man. Is there anything you want to add that you would like to tell the people, or?
Man, first of all, I want to say thank you for, you being obedient to what God put on your heart to be able to, every time I come in here, give the same level of professional service, no matter what it is. And that's the one thing you ain't gonna worry about. And I know inflation happened and price increases change. You can tell you in a good spot when the price increase, and man, you ain't worried about that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because the service always outmatches what I pay anytime. So I just want to tell you from that part of the business, I appreciate you because now you create a elegant space for us to be able to come get, like it's true to the name.
Yeah.
Elegant cuts, man. I ain't never had no issues, no drama. You always been on time. You always there ready to cut my hair. You always do exactly what I need, man, and you always deliver. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I appreciate what you do. Thanks for having me on the podcast. I feel like this part 1. If you want to hop on part 2, man, just let me know. I'll come back.
Oh yeah, man. We'll run it back again, man. Again, man, I love you, man. With the brotherly love, man, because it's just awesome, man, to see what you got going on, and not only that, but to admire it and to see how I can implement and help. Not only that, but also encourage. I think that's more important than anything right now. But y'all, we have come down to the end. I love y'all, but we must got to go. From here on out, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Turn on those post notifications on that bell about that little bell. You can turn that on so you can get the notification. So when we do drop something, you are already in the loop. Y'all understand me? But until then, I like you, but I got to go. Y'all stay tuned and stay up. Real people, real conversations, real life stuff. Thank you for tuning in to the Chopping It Up podcast.